£10. It's an LG smart scanning mouse. And unlike the olden days, where any sort of portable scanner was a real pain to use, I came across this in my dad's work and he was demonstrating. I thought it might be really handy in teaching because it's so easy to use. As long as it's installed on your computer, it's easy to install on the computer. And you'll normally have just a little icon at the bottom here, which is like that symbol at the top there, would normally be on the bar down here. And all you need to do during the lesson, this mouse will work as a normal mouse, so you can use it normally. It is a bit chunky, so it can get in the way. So I've actually got 3 different mice attached to my computer. I've got a portable one that I wander around the room with, a wireless one, so I can sit anywhere and operate it, a normal one, and then that one's tucked out the way at the back, and I just get it out when I want to actually scan in some work. But the idea is, you literally do 1 click to get it started, once during the lesson, and then if you want to scan in a piece of work, it's got 2 little buttons on the side, and you literally click the scan button on the side and tell it you want to scan, and it's actually quite quick. And it doesn't matter if you've got it, it doesn't matter if you've got it sideways. If you accidentally move it a bit, I can't actually get it wrong now. It's actually really good at picking up. I've just moved the paper. So it's actually quite good. If you nudge it a little bit, it will just correct it anyway. So I can take a kid's piece of work and I can just click the scan button again, and it's cut and cropped it for me. Now you can click on OK and it's got a paste option. I keep using the shortcut because I can put it into anything then. So if I do Control and C, so Control and C and I've got a copy of it, I can take any, just open up a notebook a minute. I can take any Word document, any PowerPoint, any smart notebook. It's on the clipboard now. And normally in my lesson I would have a notebook open anyway, that's the kids' work, so I would just add an extra page. So we should have opened one up in advance on there. I would just add another page and Control and V, or right click and paste, and there's their work. And what I've been using it for is either I'm sat there marking some books or marking some work and I go, okay, lots of them are making that sort of mistake. I could stand up in front of the class and try and describe it, but actually, here you go, it's going to take me, click, click, let's scan an example in. Right, that's Chloe's work. I might write next to it if I want to know whose it is, or I might keep it anonymous. That's Chloe's answers, that's her work. It might have my marking on it already if I've already marked it or something in my comments, but there you go, that's what Chloe got, that's the mark she got, that's why she got it right, and you can discuss it. But I'm not then trying to hold up a piece of paper, I'm not having to faff around trying to find the document, open up a copy of it, write down a model answer or something separately. I've just gone and scanned it in like that. And then I might take, you know, another piece of work for comparison. So if I, let's go back a second, give myself another page. Right, so I'm going to click scan. So I've just pressed the button on the side. Because I've already got it open then, I'm just going to take a question again. So I might want to show what that question they had as an answer. So it's reasonably quick. I don't have to neatly get the edges exactly where I want them. Click the scan button on the side. If there's bits I don't want, you can cut them out as well quite easily. You can actually, you know, shrink it down to cut the extraneous bits out that you don't want, he says as well. On there. Oh, not too much though. Yeah, Control C, that's the easiest way to do it. It's now on the clipboard. Right click, paste. I've got another kid's work. So let's say Word, PowerPoint, notebook, whatever you're using, anything that will go on clipboard. And like you're saying, you could use that on artwork, you could use that on their books. It works in their books quite well. It's a little bit awkward up against the edge of a book maybe, but it will cope going over bumps.
A lot of my students scan like fabric samples that they've made, so some of them have got textures on and not completely flat.
Borrow it and try, but Michelle Kelly's got the spare one.
Oh, okay.
So she bought one as well. Well, we bought her one originally, didn't we, as well?
Yes.
Very kind of us as well. But yeah, she's got one as well that's there to borrow for you to try.
Okay.
Give it a try. I wouldn't promise it works on everything,
Yeah.
but it may work quite nicely on those. Yeah, it might not suit some subjects with the textures might put it off. But give it a go, because if you can, it might be quite nice for shade examples and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
definitely.
But even if you know, whether it's you've got a magazine in front of you, whether it's you've got a newspaper and you're doing something with your form group in the morning, If you've got the newspaper in the morning that they've given you, here's your newspaper, discuss it, click, scan, put it into Word or whatever, you just put that article up there. Okay.
Really good.
And where are they from then? Where have you got them from?
Amazon, so it's just an LG.
And are they just called scanning
It's
mouses?
an LG, that make, there are other ones I think, but that's an LG mouse scanner. Okay, it's an LG mouse scanner.
And how much bother is it for IT to link it with the...
Not, yeah, 5 minutes, it's not complicated.
Ah.
If you wander to another classroom, you do
Yeah.
need to check the softwares on that one as well.
Yeah.
But literally on my one, it's got a little LG symbol down here, which I just click on once, and after that, all you need is the button on the side. Even if you've left it for 2 hours and you've been on there, click that and it will start going into scanner mode again. Click it again once to finish. Because it's big and bulky, I tend to get it out of the way the rest of the time and use my other mouse. But you can use it as a mouse, you don't, you know, that's the thing as well. It can be the mouse you've got there.
Yeah.
And it's just really neat, and it's one of those few bits of kit that I can be bothered to use.
Yeah.
It is simple enough to do
It's
it.
something you want at home, isn't it, for artwork and...
But that's the thing, if you have one, then you know, that one I can take home and put on the computer at home as well. And yeah, so you might go, right, I'm going to take that home tonight because there's some bits I want to do. Yeah.
Oh, I've got a laptop at home though, so it wouldn't work, would it?
It would, yeah,
Would it?
you can install it on that, yeah. I don't know how free access the software is or whether
It's free.
yeah. So I
Software
think
is free.
you know, if you literally search LG mouse scanner and the software, I think you can put it on. Might need to bring it and get the guys to do it or
Yeah.
something. But
Okay.
it was just such a lovely little gadget when I discovered it, and it's one of the few things I end up putting on my desk and then finally get around to using or whatever. And the kids, the response from the kids is brilliant,
Yeah, I bet.
because if you put it, it's their work up there like that or whatever, you can, I normally put them up anonymously, but the kid whose work is up there will normally own up to it, whether it's good or bad, and they'll normally go, yeah, mine, like this or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's a lovely response, and they quite like that.
It's instant as well, which is good. Because when I use a scanner, it like takes so long.
Yeah, yeah. Like I say, if you're doing big A4 documents or something, then use a normal scanner and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But you can do most of the page with it quite quickly, things smaller or bigger. Yeah, and it, like I say, you just saw me knock it around, and it will correct for it and stuff. So borrow Michelle's, or come to my. You can come down to my room if you're not sure about it. Come down to my room and practice it online or whatever.
Excellent.
Yeah, or borrow Michelle's and just get it installed on the computers where you're working and have a play with it. But let's say, there you go, an 8-minute forum.
That's fine.
But I wanted to show you something you could actually use that's relatively simple, gets an instant response from the kids, yeah, and might help you with all things. But like I say, form time as well. Here's something I want them to see. I've only got one copy of it. It's up on the screen.
The other thing,
That's really useful.
the other thing you can do as well, of course, take a picture on your phone. If you've got a USB thing, plug it in and just get it. Because I do it with ADAR plates. So take go around the experiment, take photographs on your phone, plug your phone into the computer, find the pictures on there, just stick it straight up
Yeah.
on your whiteboard, and that's
Yeah, so this
Instant,
is
easy.
It's instant. Yeah.
It's good when you've got like, I've got quite a big classroom, so, and I've got a sample in like a book I want to show them. It's good to
Yeah,
see.
and you know, you're holding it up and pointing at. Sometimes
Yeah.
if you can do that, if you've got the big whiteboard there, you can take advantage of the size rather than saying, look, we've got the big whiteboard, but here, have a look at this.
Yeah, have a good picture in the book.
Have a look at this. If you've got the big classroom as well, what I found different mouse was that I finally found a wireless mouse that worked. And I can now wander around my room and operate the whiteboard from other bits of my room, so I can be sat at the back and control it, which is also worth seeing the kids' reactions when you're doing that as well.
Oh, so they come in a wireless thing as well?
Not that one, no, not
You
for doing the
can-
scanning, but
oh,
just
right.
for the whiteboard in my room isn't very well calibrated anyway, so I normally find myself going back to the computer to operate it anyway if I'm doing something on there, because if I click on it, it won't be in the right place. So that was irritating me. But also, on the back of the classroom, when you're discussing something with a kid and you've got something 2 slides back, I'm then having to go up to the computer or the whiteboard and go, look, I'll just show you that again. Whereas actually, this little wireless mouse, it's got a small USB port like that goes into the computer, and then the mouse is so slimline it will fit in your pocket, so I can wander around the room with that, have another normal mouse attached to the computer anyway, so it doesn't matter if I forget it's in my pocket and wander off, I've still got a normal mouse, but I can be sat at the back
Good.
and suddenly then just go click, it goes to sleep in between, so you click it once, it comes back to life, and then you're controlling the board from the back of your room or somewhere else as well. So there you go, more fun with mice or whatever. But yeah, if you've got a big classroom, you don't want to be wandering back up to the board going, I'll just find that.
That's
You
really
can
good.
control it from there.
Oh, that's been really useful, thank
Yes,
you.
Thank
Good.
you.
Any other questions? Like I say, if you're not confident about using it from the start, come and have a go in my room. But if you're happy to give it a go, ask Simon to put the software on a particular computer and grab the mouse from Michelle Kelly. to use.
Excellent.
Yeah?
Thank
Okay.
you.
But yeah, feel free to ask. You're welcome.